law regulated labor relationships, but it never grants absolute ownership over human beings. Exodus 20, chapter 10. Thou, thou nor thy servant shall do any work on the Sabbath. And as I mentioned in the previous lecture, the slaves worked. They did not rest on the Sabbath. So a servant receives Sabbath protection. Where was that in America? You can't even keep the Sabbath today. If your employer says that you work on the Sabbath, you will work or you will lose your job. So you can't say that, oh, somehow back when things were a lot more rigorous and a lot more demonstrous, that they were able to practice the Sabbath. It makes no sense. Exodus 21:26-27. If a master causes permanent injury, the servant goes free. So someone would say, "Oh, there's a range. You could beat them if they weren't working." That's not what that says. If you caused a permanent injury, the servant goes free. Deuteronomy 23:15-16. An escaped servant must not be returned. So those protections are incompatible with owning property, right? If a man's sheep ran off, you would have to return that. That's that man's sheep. That's how you know that they were treated like cattle and not treated as human beings.